Hello guys, welcome to Computer Programming 1, which is Java. Okay, so I will introduce myself. So my name is Ariel R. Manuel. So I am from BSIT department under College of Art, Sciences, and Technology. Today I will discuss the chapter 1 of our subject that contains several topics that you might need to know. But let me discuss first the goal of this course. Okay, so let's go with our presentation. The goal of this course is to teach you how to program Java programming from the very basic through a lot of exercises that you will get the advanced level where you can become an expert someday, maybe not now, in becoming a Java developer. Because guys, there are a level of being a programmer. So let's say that we have the beginner level, we have the average level, so we have an expert level, and of course the top level programmer. Okay? So from this chapter, we have Introduction to Computers and Java. So under this one, we have different topics, which is the introductions, define Java programming, create simple program, understand the basic parts of Java. We have creating, compiling, executing Java program. We have GUI, or what we call the graphical user interface, displaying text in a message dialog box. And of course, the last one is know how to use variable and the constant. Okay, so we have introduction. Okay, let's start with a short history of Java programming language, which answer the who, we have when, and where did the Java programming start. Okay, Java programming language was originally developed by Sun Microsystems, which was initiated by James Gosling as the Java language project in June 1991 for the use in one of his many set-top box project and released during 1995 as a core component of Sun Microsystem Java platform. Okay, so the Sun released the first project implementation as Java 1.0 in 1995. It promised to become a write once, run anywhere, or what we call Devora. So later on guys, malalaman natin kung ano ba yung sinasabing write once and run anywhere. Okay, providing no-cost runtimes on popular platform. Okay, so why do we need to learn Java? So ano ba yung reason? What are the reason out? Okay, the first thing is Java is in a top 3 or maybe, so kung makikita natin sa statistic over the internet, so ang Java is nasa top 2, top 3, top 4, or top 1, not only in the Philippines, not only in the Asia, but it is the most popular programming language around the world. Okay? So we have 3 billion devices runs in Java. Like say for example, so mobile programming or mobile app development, so may Java dyan. So web development, computer app development, so any programming language can be used Java programming. So platform independency. So yun yung sinasabi ko kanina guys. Now we have the write once, runs anywhere. Kasi example, okay, we write Java programming. Now, those codes or those program can run any platform. Example, so ang platform natin na gamit for our laptop or computer is Windows 10. Now, si Java, hindi lang sa Windows 10 gagana. So, even though ilipat mo siya sa ibang platform, like say for example sa ibang OS, Mac OS man yan, so we have Linux, so still gagana pa rin siya. Because every platform has the JVM na tinatawag, which is the Java Virtual Machine. Okay? So, it is used for mobile application. especially Android apps. Okay? We have desktop application, web server, application server. So we have the games, database connection, and much more. So ganun siya kalawak or ganun kadami yung pwede nating i-apply using Java programming. Okay? Next, so why use Java? Java works on different platform, no? Just like what I said, so ang Java is Wora. Write once, run anywhere. So Java works on different platforms. Example, we have the Windows, we have the Mac, so we have the Linux, Raspberry Pi, and etc. And most of the programming language use Java concept. Okay? It is one of the most popular language, tulad ng sinabi ko, not only in the Philippines, not only in the Asia, but in the whole world. So it is easy to learn. It is easy to learn. Okay? Example, so we have system that print line hello world. Okay. So from this line, we can create an output which is the hello world. So ganun lang siya kadali, class. Okay? Napakadali niyang gamitin and friendly user for a beginner. Okay? So it is secure, fast, and powerful. So it has a huge community support. Guys, if you look over the internet and you type Java or Java programming tutorials, there are a lot of communities supporting Java. Okay? Tens of millions of developer or use Java programming, or they have mastered Java programming first before they go to other language, because Java is the basic component of being a programmer. Okay? Next, so imagine, class, no? Imagine from our presentation, that is your tree of knowledge. Okay, so this one, so that is your tree of knowledge from the basic computer skills, right? We can deny that every one of us has a unique skills in terms of computer literacy. So, yung iba sa atin, magaling sa Word, yung iba is magaling sa Excel, sa PowerPoint, sa animations, and some of us already know programming. Especially for those students who graduate ICT strand from their high school or from their K-12 strand. Okay? So, from your basic skills or knowledge in computer to Java or programming in Java. Okay. Now, so we know how to program Java, but it is basic or what we call basic nga. Okay, because what we are trying to learn in this course is Java programming, right? Okay. So, now, let's say we know or we already understand how to program in Java. What we need is a basic Java tools. So, ano ba yung mga basic Java tools? So, there are a lot of application with regards to Java. Okay, so pwede natin gamitin for testing, pwede natin gamitin ang JCreator. So, pwede tayo gumamit ng ibang platform with regards to the Java. Okay? So, now, we have example. We have basic Java tools. Maybe, in a future, you can become a mobile app developer. It's upon you, guys. It depends upon you kung ano yung mamaster natin. Okay? So, for me, I've mastered mobile app developing. Why? Because mobile apps or mobile programming is the trends of today. Of course, kung pipili ka ng mamastery natin, you need to look for the trends. No? Hindi tayo titingin sa kung ano yung madali. So, let's go for the trends. Kasi, once na trends itong project na to, of course, there are a lot of customer na pupunta sa atin na bibigyan tayo ng project. Okay? So, or, class, you could become a desktop app developer someday, in the future. Maybe not now, but later on. Okay? Or, you could become a web developer or yung gumagawa ng website. So, but for me class, okay, or for me, so mas recommended ko that you choose one of the following. Example, we have the mobile apps, desktop apps, and web developer. So, pwede tayong mamili dyan class, or you need to choose whether mobile app, desktop app, or web developer yung pipiliin natin. Why? No? So, because programming is not that simple. Okay? You need to master one. You need to master one. Okay, from here you can see the interface of JCreator, which contains simple Java program. I will discuss the parts of the program later on this discussion, like what is a class, so what is a method, what are the variables, and etc. So example, we have a program. So this will be our output. So we have the public class, activity. Okay, from the term itself, class, okay, so this is our class, or what we call the blueprint of our program. And we have the public static void main string, we have the arguments. So now this one is our method, or the main method, or in every program there is a main method, because without the main method your program is nothing. Everything in this area, okay, will be executed by the program or by the computer. Okay? So later on, I will discuss the different parts of Java or the JCreator. So now, the question here is that what is Java programming? Or what is Java language? First and foremost, Java is a programming language. We know it. No? Okay? So since that is our subject and this is somehow is programming, this means that there exists Java language specification that explicitly tells what element are part of Java language itself, what the Java language is capable of doing, and in other words, Java file is stored in a file suffix with Java. Example, from this set of codes, so we have a class. Okay? So the name of a class should be the name of your file name. Example, sa folder natin sa computer, makikita nyo pag sinave natin si program, there will be an activity .java. So meaning, this is our Java files. So these files are then compiled into a Java bytecode using a Java compiler. And the bytecode is then executed using the JVM or the Java virtual machine. So ano ba si Java bytecode? Okay. So si Java bytecode naman, if you look to the folder, so later on guys, papakita natin. So if you look into the folder of your Java or activity.java or yung files natin na na-save, there will be another activity dot class that this one contains the bytecode. So, lagi siyang doble. Pag nag-save tayo ng files natin, sa folder na pinag-save natin, laging dobleng lalabas. Isang Java files and another is the Java class, which is the Java bytecode. The compiler and the JVM is a part of Java development kit. Okay, next slide. So, yan. So, the Java bytecode, so programs written in Java language are compiled in a Java bytecode which can be executed by the Java virtual machine or the JVM. So, Java bytecode is composed or is stored in a binary form which is a class. Yun na, yung sinasabi natin kanina. Okay? So, that is composed of binary or a number which is the 0 and 1. So the question is, why does the Java files need to be stored in a binary form? Which is the 0 and 1. Okay? The answer is, because guys, a computer or a machine can't understand any language except for the 0 and 1. Example, everything na meron tayo, example sa cellphone natin, nag-text tayo or nag-chat tayo sa ating mga friends. Yung chat natin na yun na hello, example, hello guys, yung tinype natin na hello, it should be converted into binary para maintindihan naman nung kabilang cellphone. And it will be converted into text. So, ganun yung logic ng program natin. Okay? So, well, the Java language is compiled into a Java bytecode. So, this Java bytecode is then executed in a Java virtual machine. Just like yung image na nakikita natin sa screen natin, which is this one. So, lipat natin yung camera. So, this one, we have the Java code. Example, this is our set of codes or the Java code that is stored in a Java bytecode or stored in a file name .java. Okay? Now, the compiler convert this code into a Java bytecode which is .class. .class. Example. Okay? And this .class file, it's already been converted into a Java bytecode, which is the 0 and the 1. A set of zeros and 1, or a set of binary numbers. Now, from a Java bytecode, okay, it goes to JVM. Okay, so ano naman ginagawa ni JVM? So, the JVM, just like the image in the right corner of the screen, si JVM naman is i-convert niya si bytecode into a machine language. Okay? So, para ma-execute ngayon ni JRE or ng the Java runtime environment or yung tinatawag nating mga OS. Like say, for example, sa Windows, sa Linux, and the Mac. So, meron silang sariling JVM, no? And of course, all of that will be, okay, run or can be run by the Java. Okay, so Java virtual machine is like a computer. It can execute Java bytecode like a PC or a personal computer can execute assembler as instruction. Okay? The Java virtual machine is implemented for several different operating systems. Like Windows, we have the Mac OS, we have the Linux, we have the IBM mainframes, We have the Solaris and etc. Those, if your Java program can run on Java virtual machine on Windows, it can normally also run on Java virtual machine on the Mac OS or a Linux. Because every OS, tulad na sinabi ko guys, is meron silang sariling JVM. Or every platform has its own JVM. That's why Java is platform independent. Hindi siya nakadepende sa Windows lang. Kasi for example, gumawa ka sa Windows, is sa Windows lang siya gagana. Sun referred to this as the right ones run anywhere. Okay, so ano naman si SDK? So kanina meron tayong JVM, ngayon is meron tayong SDK. Okay, if you need to create or to develop a Java program or an application, example, gusto nyo gumawa ng Android apps or computer apps or web application, you need the full Java SDK. So, ano ba si SDK? So, the only full Java SDK contains Java compiler, which turns Java or your source or your file into Java bytecode class file. So, CSDK, or from the term itself, which is the development kit, it contains libraries. It contains functions, or it contains different or additional tools for us to create a full Java application. Okay? Okay, kung gagamit kayo guys ng Android Studio example, so you need a full pack of SDK for you to create mobile apps. Okay? Next, we have the Java runtime environment versus the Java development kit. So what are the differences between the two? A Java distribution typically comes in two flavors. So we have the Java runtime environment and the Java development kit. So the JRE or the Java runtime environment consists of the JVM and the Java class libraries. Those contains the necessarily function to start Java program. Meaning the JRE is necessary for a computer to start a Java program. Why? The JDK or the Java Development Kit is additionally contains development tools necessary to create a program. Okay? To summarize this one, and the JDK, the JRE, okay, is necessary to start a program or to run a program or to execute a program. While the JDK is the additional kit or development tools necessary to create a program. Okay? So that is the differences. Now, let's go to the architecture of Java. Okay? So what are the importance of architecture? Or why do we need to know the architecture of Java? Okay? So it is for us to know how really Java work behind the scene, or how does our code be an output of a computer. Okay? So how our program does execute from a computer. The Java application is called the right ones run anywhere. Okay? Tulad na discuss natin kanina, na si Java is kahit anong platform, pwede siya mag-run basta merong JVM. Or most of the machine or computer has its own JVM. That is the ability of Java to run on everywhere or in anywhere. Okay? So, the component provide an environment for executing the Java program or the Java code. So, from this point of view, we have our own written program, just like what you see in your screen, the Java source code example. So, we have the example program. Okay? So this set of program is your source code or the Java source code. And this set of program will be saved as .java. Okay? This is our Java file or this is our Java source code. Now, it goes into a compiler which transform the file, okay, which transform our code into a bytecode. Tulad ng diniscuss natin kanina, that a bytecode is composed of binary number, which is the 0 and 1. Okay? And a bytecode is a file where you can see a class, that class. So, pag nakita nyo to class dun sa ating folder nung Java, so we have two files. The Java files and the class file that is composed of the Java bytecode. Okay? For the computer to understand. Okay. But hindi siya ganun guys kadali. Kasi from our Java bytecode, which is the 0 and 1, it will be interpreted by the JVM or the Java virtual machine, which is executed, okay, in the machine or computer. So from the JVM, the Java bytecode will be interpreted into a machine language. Of course, para ma-run siya ng computer. Okay? So, ganun yung architecture natin. So, from the Java source code into a compiler, it goes to the Java bytecode. So, from a source code, it will be converted into a Java bytecode using a compiler. And then, from a Java bytecode, it will goes into the Java virtual machine to be converted naman into a machine language. And from that machine language, it goes into the JRE, which is the Java Runtime Environment, or yung ating OS, or yung ating computer na mismo, para i-run si output. Okay? So now, I have here a clear representation of Java architecture para mas madali nating maintindihan. Okay, so this is how Java really work behind the scene or behind the computer. Okay, so from a source code, from this one, okay, from a Java source code or source file, which is yung Java natin, that Java, it will go into a compiler upon saving to guys. Okay? Upon saving, dadaan siya sa compiler. And automatically, pag save natin sa kanya, this Java file will be converted into a class file, which is our, what we call the Java bytecode, or a class, or a that class, to be interpreted by the JVM, tulad doon nakikita natin sa screen natin, okay? And then from the JVM, it interpret the Java bytecode into a machine language for, of course, for the computer or for the operating system to understand kung ano ba yung instruction natin na nilagay doon sa ating program. And that will be the Java runtime environment. Okay? So I hope na nakuha natin yung architecture ng Java and bakit ba importante na malaman natin siya. Okay? So if you have a question guys, so you can free to ask any question with regards to this matter. Okay? So let's go to the next slide. So this is the feature of Java. So bakit ba si Java yung dapat nating aralin? Or why do we need to learn Java, of course? So, of course, Java is object-oriented, meaning, in Java, everything is an object. Every aspect of Java is an object. Example, nag-run tayo dito, or we create a program, this is, or an output has its object. Okay? So, Java can be easily extended since it is based on object model. Okay, next is Java is a platform independent. Okay, tulad ng sinasabi natin kanina, mula sa simula hanggang sa ngayong discussion natin, so independent si Java. Hindi lang siya nakadepende sa isang platform. So since Wora or the right ones run anywhere, so it can run on different platform like sa Windows, Linux, Androids, okay? And Java is simple. Okay? So, as you can see from our set of program, so how many lines do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in only 5 line of codes, we can create an output using Java. See? So that's how it was so simple. Okay, Java is secure. So with Java secure feature, it enables Java virus-free. Kasi guys, meron akong experience with regards to Java and other languages. Example, the C++. Okay? Si C++, say for example, niran mo siya or ginawa mo siya sa Windows 10 or Windows 7. Ngayon, iraran mo siya sa Windows 10. Nilipat mo siya sa ibang PC. And Windows 10 have a very secure Windows Defender. Ngayon, pag nilipat mo siya sa Windows 10, yung C++ natin, pwedeng i-disregard ni Windows 10 yung .exe ng C++. So, pwede siyang i-terminate ng Windows Defender, ng Windows 10. Hindi katulad guys ng Java, na once you've created a Java on different platform, example sa Windows 7 mo siya ginawa, and then nirun mo siya sa 10, so hindi siya i-acknowledge as virus ng Windows Defender. It acknowledge as a file, a simple file. Kumbaga, it was secure by the Java itself. Okay? So, architecture neutral. So, meaning, Java compiler generates an architecture neutral object file format which makes the compiled code executable on many processor. Okay. So, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina na si Java is the right ones run anywhere. So, meron siyang kaugnayan sa architecture neutral. By the way, all of the feature like object-oriented, platform-dependent, simple, secure, architecture neutral, portable, robust, multi-thread, interpreted, and high performance is meron silang kaugnayan sa bawat isa. Just like the architecture neutral. Pwede natin siyang i-accompanied with the platform independent. So, since architecture neutral si Java, pwede mo siyang i-run on different platform. So that is the logic. So architecture neutral with the presence of the Java runtime system. Okay? So we have portable. Again, since it is platform independent, meaning pwede natin siyang ilipat kahit saan. Kahit saang platform or kahit saang machine or computer. That makes Java portable. Being architecture neutral, no? And having no implementation of dependent aspect of specification makes Java portable. So, sabi kanina, so si Java is nagra-run kahit saan, that makes Java portable. Pwede natin siyang ilipat from one computer to another computer, from one platform to another platform. Next is robust. Okay? Java make an effort to eliminate error. Example, from this code, okay, nagkamali tayo guys sa pag-type ng letra. Okay? So, imbes na malaking S ang dapat natin i-type, ang na-type natin is maliit. And example, we have a series of line of code. Example lang guys ha, meron tayong maraming na-type na code. Now, yung mali natin is nasa 128 lines. Okay? Now, Java enables to find kung saang linya tayo nagkamali. And that makes Java robust. So si Java na mismo magsasabi, okay, Mr. Manuel or ikaw na programmer, line 28 meron kang error. So ito yung error mo. Now, as programmer, ikaw ngayon na maghahanap kung saang part ba nung program ikaw nagkamali. Okay, dapat pala malaking S siya. Kasi nga, by syntax, Java is case sensitive. Okay? So, papalitan natin. So, ngayon, tama na yung program. Okay? That makes Java robust. Okay? Okay? Next. So, Java is multi-threaded. Okay? When we talk about multi-threaded, with the Java multi-threaded feature, it is possible to write a programs that can be performed on many tasks. Example, gumawa tayo ng method. That specific method can be used on many tasks on our program. Okay? So hindi lang siya naka-designate or hindi lang siya naka-specify for such a functions. Okay? Pwede natin siya gamitin in many tasks. That makes Java multi-threaded. Interpreted. Okay? So, Java bytecode is translated on a fly to native machine instruction and is not stored anywhere. Okay? So, Java is interpreted. So, since it is interpreted, you can run Java on different platform. Kumbaga, ganito siya, guys. So, since Java is converted into a bytecode and goes to the JVM, and the JVM makes Java a machine language, so pwede natin siya iparan sa lahat ng architecture or sa lahat ng platform. So yun yung sinasabi ko, guys, na lahat ng feature na ito, which is Java-oriented, object-oriented, so platform-independent, simple, secure, architecture-neutral, portable, robust, multi-threaded, interpreted, and high-performance is meron silang kaugnayan sa bawat isa. And of course, from all of this, Java has a high performance. With the use of just-in-time compilers, Java enables high performance in all aspects. Okay, that's it. So I hope you learn a lot from this discussion. So if you have a question, just feel free to ask any queries, clarification, questions regarding with this subject on any platform. Pwede kayo guys magtanong sa Facebook, sa GC, sa personal messenger, or pwede kayo mag-chat sa akin through phone, or pwede kayo mag-text, and of course sa mismong Google Classroom natin. Okay? So thank you everyone, and good luck with your activities.